Done, ma'am.
Done? Have you shared
Yes.
it?
No, I'm sharing.
Okay, share it immediately.
Okay.
Done? Okay, turn on your
Yes.
cameras quickly. Okay, great. Let's start then. We'll be starting with lesson 6 of reading, where we talk about Native American art. Okay, we will be talking about Native American art. I am also going to share the handout in few minutes, but meanwhile, let us start discussing this unit. Now, in this, we are going to do our reference based question. Basically, we are going to see how to recognize the pronouns and how to understand their references, because that's one question that we get. You might remember that, where they ask you this highlight करके वो पूछते हैं, what do we mean, what does this mean in the sentence, correct? Then we are going to try to guess the meaning of unknown words. Then we are going to try to understand reading task types, and then we are also going to see how can we increase our reading speed, because that's very very necessary for us. Here we talk about Navajo people. As a warm up, you have a paragraph given over there. You have to read it and try to answer the questions which have been given below. Tell me once you're done.
Done, ma'am.
Pranjali?
Done, ma'am.
Okay, tell me your answers quickly.
Yes, ma'am. There are multiple cultures in our country, and
Mm-hmm.
if I have to give example of one of them, then I'll choose Bharatnatyam, ma'am. It is a classical folk dance,
Mm-hmm.
and
Folk dance.
mm,
Hmm.
sorry, folk dance, and it originated in Tamil Nadu, and it is widely practiced in South India,
Okay.
and yeah, it has deep cultural and spiritual significance also,
Mm-hmm.
and it is traditionally performed. I don't know much about that. I have to know this much only.
Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Pranjali, what about you? Pranjali, you are on mute. You're speaking on mute.
Okay, so sorry.
No problem. 1 second, huh? Go on, go on.
Yes, India has multiple cultures, each with its unique tradition and languages and
Mm-hmm.
also costumes.
Mm-hmm.
For example, during the Garbha, people wear traditional clothing and also prepare some special foods, participate in cultural performance and programs.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it. I want you
Yeah.
guys to quickly Google what do we mean by culture.
Okay.
Okay. Done, ma'am.
What do we mean by culture exactly?
The customs, ideas, and belief
Hmm.
of a particular society or country.
Hmm. So were your
Uh,
answers appropriate over here?
no, ma'am, but the second meaning is art, literature, and music.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Partially correct.
Yes.
Okay. Partially correct. But when we mean in broader way, when we say culture, we mean the people and their, like, a
Okay.
region and a particular people of that region and the customs and rituals that they follow. Okay, that's what we mean broadly by culture. Understood?
So, ma'am, what are the cultures of India? Like, if we go by this
It will
definition,
vary according to the region, right? For example, Hamza, you are in which area?
I'm in North India,
Yeah,
Uttarakhand.
exactly. So you might have different culture over there. We in Maharashtra might have different culture. Correct? So we have many. In India, we have many cultures actually. In
Okay.
other countries, there are fewer, but in India, we have a lot. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Next, what are some advantages of learning about the cultures of different ethnic groups?
Actually,
You can Google if you don't know anything. That's the reason we are doing these exercises. So when you come across these terms in your actual examination, you shouldn't be confused by what do we mean over there. Okay.
Okay. So, ma'am, it is showing that it enhances empathy and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And by empathy, it means that it reduces stereotypes and prejudice, leading to more harmonious interaction.
Correct.
It also broadens perspective.
Yeah, but what do we mean by ethnic group?
Okay, ethnic groups. Ethnic group means which are depicting their cultural or regional ethnicity, like from which place they belong to, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I only know this much only.
Okay. Pranjali, any inputs from you?
no, ma'am, it's showing the same information.
Okay, great. But now at least you know these two terms. What do we mean by culture and ethnic groups?
Yes.
Correct? So if you come across these words in your exam, you should not face any issue. Moving to the next part, here again we have some words that we use to talk about people and cultures. You have to read the words and try to guess their meaning.
Done, ma'am.
Done?
Yes.
Pranjali? Do you know all the words, Pranjali?
1 minute, ma'am.
Hamza, do you know the meaning of the word weave? Weave.
Uh, yes, ma'am. Like to make something. Uh, like we weave clothes.
Very good. Okay.
So yeah,
Done, ma'am.
Done? Okay, great. Now you have an exercise based on it. Try to do it quickly.
done, ma'am.
Okay, Pranjali.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, tell me your answers quickly.
Ma'am, first one is ritual.
Custom.
Sorry, I thought last one is custom.
Last one is
Sorry.
rituals.
Okay, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, second one is disorder.
Correct.
The third one is weave.
Very good.
Fourth one is harsh.
Very good.
Fifth one is diverse.
Mm-hmm.
And sixth one is symbolize.
Very good. The last one is ritual.
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 Rituals. Okay, as I told
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Very
Okay.
good. Do you want to quickly find the meaning of customs and rituals?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Hmm. कस्टम्स दो टाइप के होते हैं टैक्स वाला कस्टम्स भी होता है
Yeah, done.
Done? Okay, very good. Now, here we look at pronouns. We already know what are pronouns, but before that, we need to know nouns. Nouns are the words that we use to refer to people, places, things, ideas. Correct? If I say happiness, even that is a noun. If I say student, that is also a noun. If I say Pranjali and Hamza, even these are nouns. Correct? We use pronouns to refer to nouns. Okay, to replace the nouns. Correct? For example, say Hamza, I can say Hamza is coming to meet me, or I can say he is coming to meet me. So the word he becomes the pronoun over here. Now we have various types of pronouns. Okay, the first one is personal pronouns. I can use I, you, he, she, it, they, me, her, him, them, us. Correct? They become personal pronouns. And then we have possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns are not my. Mine ये possessive pronoun होता है, my नहीं होता है. My is a possessive adjective. Okay, it's given incorrect in your handout. Don't just correct it in your handout. Okay, like remember, mine होता है pronoun, then होता है yours, his, hers, theirs. ये हमारे हो गए possessive pronouns. ठीक है, ये जो सारे स्क्रीन पे दिए है पजेसिव प्रोनाउंस वो सारे पजेसिव एडजेक्टिव्स हैं विच वी यूज. फॉर एग्जांपल हर बुक, हर पेन, ऐसे करके हम बोलेंगे. बट व्हेन वी डोंट यूज एनी एडजेक्टिव एनी नाउन विद इट, वी विल जस्ट से इट्स हर्स. करेक्ट, मतलब ये उसका है. Then we have demonstrative pronouns. The words like this, those, that. Correct? Now usually आपको demonstrative pronouns दिए जाते हैं this, that, those, which ये भी दिया जाता है. Correct? Which are relative pronouns basically. The words like who, that, which, they are also given to you as pronouns. Now when to use these words, like when do we use these words? Who, who is used for a person, for a living thing. Okay, which is used for non-living things, but sometimes it can be used for living things, but most of the times I would say it is used for non-living things, the word which. ठीक है. Example, just let me give you one or two examples, just one second. Hmm. Example: the shopkeeper who are found guilty of hoarding will be prosecuted. So here we are using who, the shopkeepers, correct? So hum who use kar rahe because we are referring to a person. A triangle which has three sides equal is called an equilateral triangle. So here which is used for animals and lifeless objects, मतलब नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स. एनिमल्स के लिए भी यूज किया जा सकता है. ठीक है. whose is used for living beings again. Okay, my friend whose leg was fractured in an accident last month was recovered, has recovered. Then आता है हमारा of which भी हम यूज करते हैं. ठीक है, of and then the word which. For animals and lifeless things हम यूज करते हैं again. Okay, for example, a triangle the three sides of which are equal is called an equilateral triangle. Now somehow this sounds incorrect, so we can also use a triangle whose three sides are equal is called an equilateral triangle. So sometimes whose can also be used for non-living things. That is used for animals and lifeless things. ओके, अगर दो हमारे कोई एंटीसीडेंट्स होते हैं, दो एंटीसीडेंट्स मतलब क्या, वी आर रिफरिंग टू टू सब्जेक्ट्स इन अ सेंटेंस. एंटीसीडेंट्स आर नथिंग बट द सब्जेक्ट्स दैट द प्रोनाउन इज रिफरिंग टू. ओके, if we have two antecedents, one requiring who and the other which, मतलब एक living being है and दूसरा non living being है, तो हम confuse हो जाएंगे ना कि who use करेंगे कि which use करेंगे. So instead we will use the word that. ठीक है, the lady and her dog that we saw on the mall left Shimla yesterday. ठीक है. So you have to remember these words which, usually which, that, ऐसे करके ही आपको words आते हैं. So you have to be mindful about them. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So who is used for persons, which is used for animals and lifeless things, that can be used for person, animals and lifeless things, and whose and of which can also be used for persons and lifeless things. Okay, but of which is mostly used for lifeless things, that is non-living things. Understood? Clear? And these of course you guys know them already, I don't need to reiterate it. Correct? Okay, now over here are the examples which are given. Mary is writing an article about local culture. Mary has done a lot of research on the internet. So here we are just referring Mary again and again. Instead we can say Mary is writing an article about local culture. She has done a lot of research on the internet. Correct? So basically the pronoun helps us to connect the sentence over here in a better way by avoiding the repetition of words. Correct? Very good. Now let's do a quick exercise. Here you have to read the sentence and you have to find out the pronouns and to what subject it is referring to.
Done, ma'am.
Pranjali,
Yes, ma'am. Done.
done? Okay. Tell me the answers quickly.
Ma'am, they,
They.
and it is referring to amateur archaeologist.
Very good. Us?
Our, like us is like us is
Readers in
representing the
general.
common.
The
Yes,
people in general. Okay.
Okay.
Next. R? Again.
the readers in general.
Uh-huh. They?
Same amateur archaeologist.
Very good. This?
Um,
It refers to archaeologists helping us learn about the history beneath our feet. And there है उसके बाद में ना there THEIR, it refers to amateur archaeologists, and last line में they है again, it refers to amateur archaeologists.
amateur archaeologist.
Okay, clear?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, very good. Let's do another exercise. Now over here, the TOEFL tip that we have, it's very easy. Now in your actual test, you will have to identify the pronouns, because you will be asked one question based on it, reference question, and you will have to identify the pronoun properly, and you will be asked a question on that, and that's where you have to understand the actual subject that it is referring to. Okay, do not get confused. Ask yourself the question who. When you ask the question who, you will get the answer most of the times. Okay, what the pronoun refers to, who is it referring to? Ask yourself that question and see what fits the option best over there. Okay, another thing that you can do is replace the pronoun given over there. That should also give you the answer. Remember when we did the reading question types, we had done this, if you remember. Don't worry, we'll be revising that in the next week again, the question types, and we'll be doing some practice based on the question types also, as I told you, Pranjali. Okay, but this will be the last practice, so you should pay attention that time. Yeah. Now, example. A long time after ferns emerged, another kind of plant evolved on Earth, but long before the Laura Islands were born from the sea. The seed bearing islands, this was an amazing biological invention. So, you are being asked what the word this in the passage refers to. Tell me the answer.
Yes, ma'am. The
Hmm.
A little bit confused, ma'am. I have to read.
Okay. Read it again if you want properly.
Ma'am, I guess B.
B.
Yes.
बट वो तो ब्रैकेट में दिया है, सो दैट्स एन एडिशनल इन्फॉर्मेशन ना.
Okay.
Ma'am, D.
Pranjali, what do you think?
Yes, ma'am. D.
Very good. Okay, the seed bearing plants. This was an amazing biological invention, ऐसे बोला है उन्होंने. So what was an amazing biological invention? You can ask that question to yourself also, and then you will get the answer. Okay, the seed bearing plants, and the answer comes the development of plants that produce seeds. Of course, it has been rephrased and paraphrased, so you should be able to comprehend it accordingly and not get confused over here. Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt,
Mm-hmm.
and that while giving our examination,
Hmm.
so the students sitting in our room, like all will,
All
the
will be
speaking
reading it
section.
loudly. All will be reading it
Yes,
loudly. All will be speaking very loudly. All those
Yes.
okay.
pointers will also be there. वो हम next week थोड़ा cover करने वाले हैं as we come
No,
near your
ma'am, but I
examination.
remember last time.
Hmm.
But I remember last time that the listening and writing sections, like the listening section of some students come first, writing section
No, oh,
of
now they
some.
have made it custom that okay, reading will be first, then you will have listening, then you will have speaking, and then you will have writing. वैसा ही pattern होगा
Okay,
उसका. It will not interchange. Okay.
okay,
So that's why you have to make sure there are few things. Of course, I'll tell you when I give the tips and tricks before your test date. Don't worry about that part. First trick is to reach your test center early. Sometimes when you
okay.
reach the test center early, they allow you to start early. Most of the test centers allow you to start early, not all of them allow you. Okay, so this doesn't go for everyone, but at least grad dreams जो हमारे पुणे में है, I know that they allow you to start early. Okay, if you
Yes,
reach
ma'am.
early.
Okay.
So that's a trick, that before other people start speaking, you are already done with your speaking task. Because we Indians, we have a tendency of speaking very loudly. Even if the mics are sensitive, even if the mic can capture the sound, even if you're speaking very slowly, we Indians speak very loudly. Correct? And all of us, when it's an
Yes.
examination, when we have to rely on technology, we speak very loudly. Correct? And it happens everywhere, because I took one student who is an international student. He also told me the same thing, that okay, there was a lot of noise in my examination
No, ma'am,
center.
last time when I gave the examination, na,
Hmm.
so I completed my writing part and I was listening to other people, what are they saying, and I prepared notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would help this time, because everyone gets
Okay.
a different question. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. That's what I know at least. And everyone won't get same questions. Question sets अलग अलग होते हैं सबके.
Okay.
हाँ, like even the reading sets that you will get will be different, totally different. Okay. Like repeat होगा भी तो rare chances में. So that's the thing. And reach the test center early. And another thing is, of course, keep wearing your headphones so that you don't get distracting, because some people have the tendency of reading very loudly also. Okay, even when they are doing reading, they will read it very loudly. So you should not get disturbed. And first and foremost, I would say, whenever you give your mock test, sit in a noisy place. That helps a bit.
Okay.
सो दैट वो जो हमारा कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है वो डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं हो रहे हम, ये हम प्रैक्टिस करते वक्त ही प्रैक्टिस कर लें कि हम डिस्ट्रैक्ट नहीं हो रहे हैं, ठीक है. सो एक्चुअल टेस्ट सेंटर में that should not be like a distractor for you,
Oh,
and you should not lose your concentration because of that, and you should not lose marks because of that, because that happened with Akash. You remember with that interview with them, he also told that there
yeah,
is a lot
I
of
remember.
noise.
Yeah.
So that's why when we are practicing, we should practice in a way कि we don't get disturbed by all the external factors. हाँ, internal factors से भी disturb ना हो, वो कैसे हम उस पे भी go through करेंगे, don't worry. ठीक है?
Okay.
Understood?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
of
ma'am.
course, but I would say be ready for a lot of noise in your test center. ठीक है? It's not going to be a pin drop silence over there. Yeah. Now we are going to do a small exercise. You have been given sentences. You have to try to identify the pronouns that it is referring to.
Then
Pranjali.
Yes, done, ma'am.
Okay. Next.
done.
Okay. Pranjali.
Yes, done, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me your answers quickly. The first one.
First one is students.
Students.
Very good. Number two.
Second one is also students.
Very good. Last one.
Last one is Bonseki artists.
Correct. Pranjali, did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, don't get confused with these kind of questions. Now you have a reading comprehension. Okay, read it quickly, and then of course there are going to be few questions. I have shared the handouts with you. You can read it from wherever you want. Okay. You can read it from the screen or you can read it from the handout, whatever is easier for you.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
it's Navajo or it's Navajo? Like I don't know.
It should be Navajo, I would say. I don't know the exact pronunciation again, but it should be Navajo because they don't pronounce, most of the cultures don't pronounce J as J. Okay,
Okay.
so most of the times you will see when it comes in a proper noun, because Navajo here it's a proper noun. So either the pronunciation will be H or Y. If it's German, then it will be Y mostly.
Okay.
Okay, German, Spanish. It's Navajo. Navajo.
Ma'am, I have not completed
Okay,
the
sorry.
previous part.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yep.
Done.
Okay, next.
Done.
Okay, last one.
Done.
Okay, now your questions. Now you can refer to your handouts. Okay, so to refer to the questions over here. Okay, this exercise you'll do for homework. Okay, paragraph 5 wala. They have
Okay.
only asked you to identify the pronouns in paragraph 5, but what I want you guys to do is do it for the whole passage. Okay, try to underline all the pronouns which are given, and then you will try to see what it refers to. Okay, and
Oh,
along with that, this weekend, the way I had asked you guys, if you remember, to do all the reading comprehensions that we have done till now. Okay, so you will do the same in other passages also when you revise them over this weekend. Okay, I know you have done it already, but still I want you to do it again and do your reference based question over there on your own. Underline all the pronouns and see what it refers to. Underline all the pronouns and see what it refers to. So till now you have 5 handouts, 5 reading comprehension questions, and of course you have some reading questions in your uh, reading tasks in your TOEFL IBT also. Correct? TOEFL IBT guide, the
yes.
practice questions. Okay, I'm not asking you to give the whole test. I have made Google Forms, so it will be easier for you to do it in the Google Forms, which I will share with you, so don't worry. Okay,
Okay.
only do the reading questions which are sorry, reading practice which is given over the reading practice sets. Okay, and when you do the reading practice sets also, try to do the same. Try to identify the pronouns and what it is referring to. It's best if you write it down, but even you are able to identify them properly, I would say it's fine. ठीक है? Understood?
Yes.
Tell me the answers for the question one,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Quickly.
The answer of question one is that according to the paragraph one, what do the Navajo people still keep even in the 21st century?
Hmm.
So they still keep uh, customs related to traditional art practices.
Very
Example,
good.
large floor paint.
Hmm. Pranjali, did you get the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me the answer for number 2, Pranjali.
Option C, covering the floor with blankets.
Very good.
Yes.
Correct. Next, number 3.
Hozo means beauty and Hokuso mean evil.
Okay. Beauty, virtue, and happiness. And Hokuso means
Yeah.
ugliness, evil, and chaos. Okay.
Yes.
3
Okay.
meanings are there. Okay. Paragraph. Sorry. Question number 4, Pranjali.
Mm. The Navajo is right now.
Navajo.
Navajo design traditional images and sing traditional songs to preserve their culture heritage and bring the beauty of the past into the present.
Hmm. Very good.
Yes.
Okay. Number 5. It's a negative factual
Um,
information question. Hmm.
yeah. It's like um, I would say raising sheep, raising family sheep.
Pranjali, what's your answer?
I guess D.
D is correct over here. Creating sand paintings. Okay,
But
Navajo
ma'am,
women
they
are
have not.
responsible for all of the following except, so they don't create sand paintings, they do everything else.
Okay. No,
Okay.
but they have not specifically provided that what do like sand painters are male or female.
हाँ बट वो उन्होंने मेंशन किया होगा व्हेन दे मेंशनड व्हाट डू वुमेन एक्चुअली डू विद इट तो वहाँ पर उन्होंने मेंशन किया होगा द कटिंग द
Okay.
वूल ऑफ शिप प्रोड्यूसिंग वूवन फैब्रिक रेजिंग फैमिली शीप तो ऐसे मेंशन किया होगा सैंड
Yeah.
पेंटिंग्स एज सच वहाँ पर मेंशन नहीं किया होगा ओके
Okay.
okay and this you will do for homework we are done with reading lesson handout reading lesson 5 okay 6
Okay.
sorry reading lesson 6 okay clear
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to go through all the reading comprehensions that we have done till now along with all the writing ones all the speaking ones also speaking lesson 5 हमारा बाकी है which we will do tomorrow along with some tips and tricks okay for speaking yeah
Okay.
okay okay guys then we'll stop over here
Okay.
for today we will continue tomorrow
Okay, ma'am. Thank
yeah
you.
Okay.
no
Thank you.
problem study well
Bye.
bye
Bye.